What is a sign that you're unattractive? My sister and I were always told she was the pretty one. I was the smart one. I am not smart. Someone brought up that every friend group has an ugly friend. I stupidly said, "That's not true. I don't think anyone here is ugly." Silence. I thought nothing of it for 3 years until it finally hit me. Hang out with a few little kids, they'll tell you. A girl tried to hook up with me while she was drunk and then went to AA after she sobered up. When someone says you're unattractive and the other person next to you says don't be rude instead of no, he's attractive. If you hear looks don't matter or similar addressed to you. My high school best friend was extremely good looking, so most guys who ever talked to me did so in hopes of getting to know her. And a lot of guys would talk to me. I later found out about the existence of this webcomic that they started about us, which was called The Hot and the Funny. The caricature for me in the comic is one of the ugliest things I have seen in my entire life. Edit. I don't have links to it now and I am not sure if it still exists. Had I kept archives of that comic, I would have never had a healthy self-esteem. I was at a bar with the boys. Across the room, me and a pretty lady met eyes. For a moment things moved in slow motion. I gave her a wry grin and looked away. Another minute or so passed and I glanced back her way. We instantly locked eyes again. I think I'm on here. I notice her friend walking over to me. And I'm thinking, oh, this is it. She's probably gonna tell me her friend thinks I'm cute. She tells me her friend wants me to stop staring at her. It's creeping her out and maybe we should think about leaving. To make it worse, the boys all wanted to know what she said. A friend of mine tried to kiss a girl at a party. She replied, "I'm not drunk enough for that." Then vomited on the floor and passed out. Edit. Oh wow, this blew up. To clarify, my friend was not me as many of you have suggested. Also thanks for the platinum. Babies don't stare at you and kids tell you that you are ugly. A friend of mine shared a post about not being cute. Racked up haha and angry reacts. Shared the same post. Got sad reacts lol. The checkout girl separating you and your wife's items at the till. You're invisible. Not only do you not get hit on, you don't even get talked to. If a stranger who's smiling makes eye contact with you, then stop smiling. When you wear clothes that are revealing and people call you brave. If you're attractive, they will say how hot you look. Suddenly, the guy in the van is all out of candy. You ask questions like, what is a sign that you're unattractive? If you're attractive and you say you're ugly, people look at you annoyed and accuse you of fishing for compliments. If you're not attractive and you say you're ugly, everyone tries their hardest to convince you that you're not ugly. Self-deprecating jokes just make people uncomfortable. When not even your grandmother tells you you're beautiful. If you grew up as that kid that people would say their friend liked as an embarrassing joke, the idea of you having a partner is a running joke in your circle. Relatives and overly nice people are your only source of compliments. And the difference in treatment, whether it's being left out or patronized. My 5-year-old cousin once pointed to an old photo in my great-aunt's house and asked, "Is that me?" Me. "Nope. That's me when I was your age." Her. "You used to look just like me." Me. "Yep. And when you grow up this is what you'll look like." Quote. Pointing to myself, she burst into tears and ran to her mother. Edit. Yes. My cousin and I are the same gender. Thank you for the silver. It warms my ugly little heart. When someone says, you could be really pretty if... insert some appearance-changing hack here. People say, hang out with kids because they are honest. Never do that. I was such an asshole as a kid. I called everyone that has dark hair ugly. Because my mom had blonde hair and for me she was beauty itself. You do not know how a child's mind works. They will call you ugly just because you look nothing like their mom. Edit 1. Apparently I have to also mention that I am female. Not a dude that wanted to fuck his mom. My wife is always telling me that our kids must get their good looks from me because she still has all of hers. Ha ha ha. After reading this and fitting everything, I've concluded I am ugly as shit. I actually feel pretty bad, tbh. You've never had anyone flirt with you? Edit. I legally can't go to bars yet, drink, so flirting with drunk people while drunk can't happen. Edit 2. I also am in college for music, so not going out and avoiding people would actually fail me. When you scroll this far reading through all the comments, I was always told I have a face for radio. Okay, so I'm a firm believer in the cliche that beauty is only skin deep. I work at trade shows across the country around male and female models who are physically attractive, and while you might say or think, wow, they're really good looking, that in and of itself does not define them as attractive. Being attractive to me means people are drawn to you. You attract others to be near you, and they like to be around you. They want to know more about you. They invite you to do things. You might notice that you're unattractive if, in general, people avoid you. They ignore you in passing. People tend not to engage with you. They don't have any interest in who you are as a person. You're forgettable. When you look in the mirror and your reflection ducks. If you're attractive, then you will know it for sure. People will always tell you that you're attractive. You'll get hit on, etc. Being ugly is more of a process of discovery. Most people won't come out and say you're ugly, but they also won't say you're attractive. They're just trying to be nice by not saying anything at all. You joined Reddit, it's already too late. People generally avoid you and seem to look at you in disgust or pity. At least, that's what it seems like from my experience. Whenever you're in doubt about your physical attractiveness, think about the mom in Honey Boo Boo. Someone fucked her at least 4 times and her personality is also pretty shit, so she doesn't even have that going for her. So how bad can it be? When I was younger, I went to a YMCA summer camp. My younger brother went there too. Since he was cute, he was really popular. The older girls went AAAW whenever they saw him. But they didn't know me and him were related. So I told them, "Did you know me and Wolfie are related?" They said EEW. Then they went to my brother and told him that they could replace me and that it must be hard having such an ugly brother. The worst part is that my brother said, "Yeah, living with an ugly brother is hard. I don't go to camp anymore." When, as a 6-year-old, you asked your mother, "Mom, am I pretty?" and she replied with, "Looks don't matter. Sweetie, anyone? Oh, just me? Okay." Edit. For anyone saying that, it's a normal thing to say. Let me tell you, I partially agree. I neglected to say that she looked at me from top to bottom before saying that. And she's been critical of my looks, my weight, smile, laughter, posture, hair, skin, since I can remember. B32, a virgin, and never had a girlfriend. This is a wildly depressing thread. Edit. I'd say the only upside is it seems someone who's unattractive must be some really low-hanging fruit, since they've probably experienced all this. My friend and I was at this summer camp. There's this cute girl in our group. My friend, he's a solid 8/10, asked for a picture together. The girl gladly and excitedly said yes. After they got their picture taken, I asked her to get a picture with me too. And the look on her face was like, why not we take a picture as a group instead? And then she walks away. This was way back then. Now I'm more confident and kinda glowed up. So I'm fine. Edit. I know maybe she was really hoping for a group picture, but yay. I don't really care after that incident. At my grandfather's funeral a few years back, my mom asked my aunt, her sister, how she managed to have 3 absolutely gorgeous kids, while me and my brother were standing right behind her. When she found out we heard her, she got flustered and almost embarrassed. My aunt was shocked. My one cousin was shocked and apologized to me later. Always knew I wasn't the belle of the ball, but to hear my own mom fully admit she wishes we looked Like my cousins was the cherry on top. And when I realized I really wasn't that great looking, if my own mother thought that, that was an interesting day to say the least. And I'll never forget. So to answer the question, a sign you're unattractive is when your own mother wishes you looked like someone else. Edit. Holy crap. I really didn't expect this post to get so much attention. Thanks to everyone who replied with support. No one seems interested in you. Your wife's friend suggests you see her plastic surgeon husband. It happened to me. Above the neck. I'm the cartoon ugly guy. You become invisible. People don't look you in the eye. People don't notice you. People don't make small talk. It's actually quite blissful. No one tries to fuck you. When you think everyone else is the asshole, you keep going out on first online dates but never second, and you eventually realize you're one of the rare people that look way better in pictures, and every guy that meets you is disappointed, slightly smiling face. Edit. I don't edit my pictures in any way. I have several full body and I'm not fat. If you'd like to see my profile, I'll send you a screenshot. Edit again. No more screenshots. I was just trying to make a point that I wasn't being deceptive in my profile, which everyone agreed with. I can accept that. I'm just not pretty in person. I mentioned this in the comments, but the other night I went out with my little sister, who is beautiful, and someone came up to us and told my sister she had a beautiful face, and then looked at me and said, "You have a nice nose." So it's me. I accept it. At least I have a nice nose. People accuse you of mooning them whenever you try to make eye contact. You avoid mirrors. I recently destroyed every single one of them in my house. Edit. No, I'm not a vampire. Women always talk about men following them, catcalling, trying to get their numbers, flirting with them inappropriate or at all. I have no experience with any of that. Never even had someone tell me I'm pretty. Edit. You are all lovely people. I opened up Reddit to a wave of wonderful comments. Thank you. I am a lucky soul who has found my better half in life. So one soul sees something in me I don't in strangers. RL ones haven't. When I was in 8th grade, a boy came straight up to me and asked, "Why are you so ugly?" Yeah, for a 14-year-old girl that hurt a lot. Now I am 20 and still think I'm unattractive. It's different for men and women. For women, it's easy. If you're attractive, you're probably getting hit unfairly consistently. This might not be true if you avoid bars and clubs though. For men, it's significantly harder. You can be very attractive before even a single woman will actively hit on you. At least in a way that you'll actually recognize. If you're a dude and nobody you can remember has hit on you. NBD. The biggest indicator I've found is probably that in any random conversation with somebody that doesn't know you well, if the topic of relationships come up and you mention you're single, people express mild surprise. I was walking toward a piece of equipment in the gym. An attractive young woman was standing between it and me. She noticed me walking in her direction and her facial expression changed immediately. Just dropped. She seemed to think I was approaching her and was disgusted. So, that. Finally, one that I'm an expert in. Children stare at you until their parents make them stop. You're told you look like a fictional character, and that character is known for being unattractive. Strangers avoid you before you've even had a chance to say anything. You ask someone out, and she just laughs at you. Genuine uncontrollable laughter. The cashier looks up at you and flinches. You get the cops called on you just for existing in public. And I'm not even black. Oh boy. Finally a question based on my expertise. Few pointers from my experience of being unattractive for 18 years. Shit, I am not ready for this. You mumble under your breath every time someone takes out their phone and says, "Let's take a selfie." Getting tagged you in a post photo notification is a literal nightmare. Especially if it's a group picture, because you know you look ugly in 9/10 of them. And the person who posted the picture definitely didn't make the decision based on how you look in it. You've experienced at least one "I like you, but" my dudes. Every sentence before the word "but" is horseshit. You've had at least one friend who is constantly trying to tell you how beauty is skin deep. Beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder, etc. You have a great personality though, guys. People befriend you only to get a medium to befriend. You're actually attractive friend. If your username is Madkips. When members of the opposite sex get upset if you are friendly to them. Like if you're minding your own business, having a nice day, thinking about something else, and you accidentally smile and say thank you to someone in a shop, at which they give you a look of fear and disgust.